My dear viewers, hello and welcome to a new episode of our program Culture Magazine, during which we're going to bring you the latest cultural events that are taking place in Egypt. Please stay tuned.
After 10 years of closure, Minister of Culture Dr. Ines Abdeldaim inaugurates the Mohammed Mahmoud Khalil and his wife museum, affiliated to the plastic arts sector headed by Dr. Khalid Surur. The ceremony was attended by a group of artists, ministry officials, and media men. The minister said that Mohammed Mahmoud Khalil and his wife museum represents one of the images of Egypt's soft power, and it is a rich addition to the cultural structure in Egypt, as it is one of the most important specialized sites. The museum includes rare collectibles that form part of human civilization. She stressed that museums, with all their various classifications, represent the preserving memory of the shining history, with their positive effects in developing awareness and establishing sound and cultured personalities. For his part, head of the plastic arts sector said that Mohammed Mahmoud Khalil Museum is one of the most important artifacts in the world due to its valuable collections, adding that the museum was closed in 2010 and its development work began in 2014, including several stages of construction and renovating the whole museum, developing the main power station, updating the museum equipment as a whole, updating the museum display scenario, as well as adding services to the public. It is noteworthy that Mohammed Mahmoud Khalil and his wife museum includes rare works for international artists such as Renoir, Van Gogh, Jean Rodin, and others. It was constructed as a residence for the Egyptian politician Mohammed Mahmoud Khalil in 1920 with a French style. It is built on a total area of 8,000 square meters, and the building area is 538 square meters, consisting of 4 floors. After the death of its owner in 1953, he recommended to give these holdings to his wife, to be transferred afterwards to a museum affiliated to the Egyptian government. The palace was opened as a museum for the first time in 1962, and then transferred to Prince Amr Ibrahim's palace in Zamalek in 1971. It was reopened in 1979. Its holdings include a number of oil, water, and pastel paintings. There are about 304 works of art for 143 artists, including 30 paintings by 9 painters. There are 50 statues of bronze, marble, and gypsum in 14 examples, in addition to a group of works for some of the greatest artists of the 19th century. As part of the plans to celebrate the symbols of the soft powers, Dr. Ines Abdedaim, Minister of Culture, honored musician Muhammad Ali Sulaiman and the poet Gamal Bakhit. During the ceremony organized by the Cairo Opera House, headed by Dr. Magdi Sabir at the Main Hall Theater, and the great musicians were greeted by the musical troupe led by Maestro Hazim Al-Qasabgi, and with the participation of the stars Ali and Ahmed Al-Haggar, Ahmed Saad, Mayi Farouk, and Iman Abdel Ghani. The program included a selection of distinctive songs and melodies presented by the musician Muhammad Ali Sulaiman, including The Journey of the Million, A Travel Bag, The Best of the Heart, and many others.
محمد علي سليمان عن عدم الحضور لظروف صحية. الفنان علي الحجار.
It is noteworthy that the musician Muhammad Ali Sulaiman was born on October 2nd, 1947 in the Governorate of Alexandria. He studied at the Conservatoire of Alexandria and specialized in playing the violin. He graduated in 1967, and he is the father of the renowned singer Angham and the brother of the late singer Ahmed Abdul Halim. He composed soundtracks for a number of famous films and television series. As for the local radio station, he collaborated with many great singers with distinctive melodies characterized with its sweetness and originality, as well as the composition of a group of patriotic songs.
ندعو الشاعر الكبير جمال بخيت لاستلام درع التكريم فليتفضل.
As for the poet Gamal Bakhit, he was born on January 29, 1954, and he graduated from the Faculty of Mass Communication, Department of Journalism in 1979. He worked for the magazine Good Morning, published by the Rosa Youssef Foundation, until he became the editor-in-chief of the magazine and headed the cultural and technical section of the Sharqa newspaper between 1987 and 1990. He has been writing lyrical poetry since the end of the 70s, and he composed dozens of songs, including Adam and Hanan, Diwidar, Challenge Your Nights, and others.
Egypt is always keen on honoring its icons and stars.
Under the title, The Role of Women in Science and Literature, a seminar was held at the Ministry of Scientific Research. Many academics were keen on attending the seminar. The main aim of the event is to shed light on the significant role of women in the different fields of life throughout history.
It's an honor for me to be here among other researchers tackling the issue of women empowerment, or more the Egyptian women, and all the challenges that the Egyptian women have met, and also had succeeded to overcome these problems or challenges during the life of the action and the efforts done by the Egyptian women. I have made a survey since the beginning of the ruling era, since Hatshepsut, the Queen Hatshepsut was the first pharaoh's first lady pharaoh, and what happened to empower this lady and to motivate the action of the ruling time. This is, and I started since the pharaonic era and move till the new Egypt since Muhammad Ali and all the civilization that happened in Egypt. And what was the role of the Egyptian woman in politically and economically, culture, and even in the education and in the social life. I have done a survey concerning the efforts done by many women, their role in the political life, as parliamentarians, and also as creative of many social work, and then I moved to now the success that the woman had had since 2017, when they launched the strategy of women empowerment, and which is aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals, the 17 goals of the Sustainable Development Goal. Egypt Vision 2030.
It gave me a great pleasure actually to participate as a woman and to explain my scientific career as a woman in the science. We really appreciate the empowerment of women by His Highness, the President of Egypt, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. He gave us really a great push to realize the role of women in society, especially in science. Actually, it's really it gives us some suffering at the start of the career, because as women we have many responsibilities for our family, for our society, and so we have to balance between our career as scientist and our job as a mother and a wife. It's really a little bit challenging, but if you have the desire to do it from your heart, you can challenge yourself and you can achieve a lot of achievement along time.
The purpose of this seminar is to emphasize and shed light on women in general and the achievements of women, especially to celebrate the month of March, which is the month for women. So, and the achievements of women on many levels and in different aspects, scientific, business, and culture, art and culture. So each speaker led shed on different successful women in their fields. Soft power is so important and pivotal in changing the society to the better. There is no doubt. Soft power is hand in hand with hard power. Soft power, you're talking to the emotions, to the hearts of people, and the hearts of people and their emotions influence their behavior. And you can take this on all levels. You can change a whole attitude of a community to the better. They behave better, they react better if they have the heart full of culture, art, music, you see, it helps people to have tolerance, to accept each other, to work harder in a better mood, in a better atmosphere, and that's the whole role of soft power, and it goes hand in hand with hard power.
The achievements of Egyptian women in the fields of science and literature throughout ages will never be forgotten. They have been always making history and fascinating humanity with their contributions and success. Basma Taha for Nile TV International.
Well, we are still with you in our segments in the Cultural Magazine. Please stay tuned.
The Manial Palace Museum, in cooperation with the Arab Association for Civilization and Islamic Arts, organized a temporary exhibition entitled They, in appreciation and respect for Egyptian women.
Welcome in Manial Palace Museum, the beautiful exhibition about the Women Day. We hear 100 artists, women participated in this exhibition, and I think this exhibition is very important about we support the woman in different civilization and different art here, the apply art and artist art, and all the creative is women. Woman is half and half with the men in the community. Without woman, no community in Egypt and outside Egypt. Woman is the lot in the community in Egypt.
More than 100 works of art participated in the exhibition, between portraits, handmade stuff, costume designing, and jewelry designing made by artists of women only.
الجمعية دي كانت هويتها الأولى والأخيرة هي المحافظة على التراث.
The Egyptian heritage runs in our blood, which made us create a scientific encyclopedia entitled Civilized Communication for Islamic Arts and its Impact on the Universality of Art. And from here we created the Arab Institute for Civilization and Islamic Arts, which her first and last identity is to preserve the heritage. And through the Institute we held about 9 conferences abroad, and now we receive more invitations from European countries after they heard how keen we are to show our heritage. We let the experts take place to teach people about our historical and Islamic heritage. and both the Arts and Architecture magazine or the Heritage and Design magazine works as an international platform to achieve our goal.
بيتكلموا عن التراث وعن الهوية وعن كيف نحافظ على
The exhibition was held in the Grand Hall of the Manial Palace Museum to merge arts with this beautiful historical place, which contains different pieces of arts in each corner.
The Egyptian woman already has special taste, special in her arts, in her cooking, in her handmaids. Like Sina, we have very special handmade. In Upper Egypt, we have Tali. Tali, it's very, very specific art. So the woman in Egypt already have experience, has the talent, and I think now the small projects in all countries by the Ministry of Industry, Dr. Niveen Kabbaj, Dr. Niveen Gama, and Dr. Niveen Kabbaj, both of them are working on this to encourage the women, Egyptian women, for these handmaids and these arts, and because she has a special taste. Already we make this in Ramadan, in historical places, in Hussein, in Upper Egypt. We have a special celebration in Ramadan. All of Arab countries come here in Ramadan to celebrate with us Ramadan. Our head in Sudan, Dr. Badria, will come to spend Ramadan here in Egypt because everybody like the environment of Ramadan in Egypt. It's already very, very nice. Places, I think it will encourage the woman to, because we are going to her place. The woman in Upper Egypt, in Sina, in our villages, in our countries cannot transport very easy because of finance, something like that. But if we are go to the historical places, there are women with handmaids, with special crafts. I think it will be very, very, very useful.
Women are powerful creatures. They can achieve success and be part of any vital activities or even become pioneers in the society in different fields, as we are always proud to show support in any occasion that represents them. Shuruq Bikir, Culture Magazine.
The Cairo Opera House plays a significant role in the cultural movement that is taking place in Egypt. Please stay tuned. Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program Culture Magazine. I hope you've enjoyed being with me. Please wait for me in the next episode. Until then, it's goodbye.